So today I've got some more mainstream media COVID lies to show you, and I'm going to get straight into it and show you this one. And as I said in a previous video, I've been saving things up for months, I just haven't had the time to show them. This is one of the more recent ones. It's from December, and the article came out in conjunction with the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine rollout. And this is an Australian article. It's from abc.net.au, and it says NHS doctor Veer Gupta told the ABC the vaccine was a great achievement for science, while describing the vaccination rollout as a chance to fight back against coronavirus. Well, you know me by now, and I'm not going to take it as gospel that he is an NHS doctor. So of course I went to the GMC register for doctors in the UK. This is an NHS doctor, so I presume he was registered over here. And you guessed it, he isn't registered. This is a chap called Suvir Gupta, could be him, but I did type in Veer Gupta as we're told in the article, and it says here, not registered, administrative reason. So for me, this implies that ABC either were complicit in the lie or deception, or their researchers are pants, because it took me 10 seconds to find out that he wasn't registered, so he can't be called an NHS doctor. So I continued having a dig around, and I found his Instagram page. The account is private, but it does give a little bit of information about him. It says Dr. Veer Gupta, Veer Pushpak Gupta MD, doctor and TV medical commentator, and it does say he's based in London, England for the NHS. Well, he can't be, he isn't registered. So I decided to look up what is a TV medical commentator, and it says a TV doctor must be able to communicate sincerity, empathy, helpful, actionable information. That doctor needs to be enthusiastic, charismatic, and most importantly believable. Well, he absolutely failed at that. I saw straight through him. No matter what they do, it always comes down to charisma and knowledge. Now let's start with knowledge. Viewers really need to have the sense that this doctor has all the answers, and you get the drift. It goes on to explain, you know, being good looking can't hurt. He's not my type, but I get some people might perk up, you know, that's the wrong word, may pay attention to him. So he's still calling himself an NHS doctor, although he isn't registered. I carried on and I found his Twitter account, and it says the same thing. Specialist registrar at RCGP, London, England. Frontline doctor, TV medical commentator. I just don't understand how he can continue putting this all over the internet when he's not registered. And I don't think he is that Gupta on the GMC, because he is called Veer. He doesn't have the other name. So I don't think that was him anyway. I don't think he was Suvir Gupta. I think he is just Veer Gupta, in which case he isn't there at all. This is disgusting. We're being deceived by someone who we should be able to trust. And he's on Facebook as well, peddling the same deception. The next chap is called Steve Legge, and he's from the north of England, and he apparently lost his stepdad to COVID. Just watch his tearful appeal for us to stick to the rules and keep safe.
To anybody that thinks that it's all right to go out and to disobey the rules and put everybody's lives at risk. Sadly, our Kev's lost his battle today. And no one was with him. No members of family. My mum's devastated up in Yorkshire. I can't even go and see my family.
Well, he put on a reasonable performance, don't you think? There was, for me, a lack of tears. He was screwing his face up too much and When you're crying that much, making that much noise, your nose runs. He sniffed a couple of times, but there was no sign of a runny nose. And for me, that warranted further investigation, and I'll show you what that investigation turned up. This is a site called Star Now, and you've guessed it, Steve Legge there. He's described as an actor, extra, influencer, dancer, other film and stage crew, and I can show you a couple more places where he's turned up. Here he is on a page called Brilliant Brighton. It's on the south coast. And it says, with members that have appeared on Britain's Got Talent, The Voice and other favourite reality TV programmes, we're really excited to have A4, the name of the band, performing their funny and festive song, Four Kings, at the Christmas lights switch on next week. Created just a few months ago, after performing together at a charity gig, A4 consists of Steve Legge, part of a comedy dance act called Right Said Bruv, who have appeared on Britain's Got Talent, Come Dine With Me, and more. Now, yes, this is our Steve Legge. He is an actor and a performer, and I doubt very much if he lost his stepdad to COVID, or if he did, they should have said actor Steve Legge. They should have been up front with what he does, but no. Steve Legge, who appeared on Britain's Got Talent, but no. Steve Legge, this poor, sad man from the north of England, lost his stepfather to COVID. And here he is with his best friend Nick. This was when he was on Britain's Got Talent 2016. We know it's definitely the same Steve Legge who lost his stepdad to COVID, because it says he has a fiancée called Sabrina, and the articles surrounding the COVID thing, he had a wife called Sabrina. Now, what are the chances of two similar looking short bald chaps from the north of England with a wife / fiancée called Sabrina? I'd say very slim. This is 100% the same Steve Legge. And if you're still in any doubt, here's the pair of them together. The one on the left is from the COVID article, and the one on the right is from his Star Now profile. And in 2017, his band, Right Said Bruv, tried to get the Christmas #1 with a song called Four Kings. For the next one, we're going across the Atlantic all the way to New York, and this is about a doctor called Calvin Sun, and just listen to what he has to say.
I don't have a normal schedule. I never had. And being a per diem emergency medicine physician or emergentologist is picking up shifts literally sometimes 20, 30 minutes before. Just this morning, I responded to a call to come to an emergency room to work a few hours just to decompress an emergency room. 15, 20 minutes before the shift started, I was in a cab, and on my way there, I responded to a text.
Did you notice the way he couldn't keep his eyes still? He was looking up, down, to the right, to the left. He seemed quite jittery. And when someone does that, they're usually not being completely honest. And it was that mannerism that made me look deeper into who he really was. Now, he may well be a doctor as well, but it's the lack of transparency that gets to me. Nowhere in any of his interviews was it stated that he's also an actor. And on IMDb, it says Calvin Sun was born on the 20th of November 1986 in New York City as Calvin Datsy Sun. He is a director and writer known for Ireland's Big Trouble in Little China and Asian American Beauty, a discourse on body image. So, okay, he may have retrained as a doctor, but I would like a little bit of transparency. This doctor, who's really busy, used to be an actor. I mean, it doesn't take much to slip that in, because surely they know people are going to go and have a look and find it and put 2 and 2 together and maybe make 5. I mean, he could be a doctor, who knows, but he's also an actor, and he did a really bad job, by the way. I'm going to leave it there for today. I think 9 minutes is quite long enough, but this is just the tip of the iceberg. I've got so many examples like this where the acting's bad, and then that makes me go and look it up and then find out that they're probably not real doctors. But I hope you've enjoyed it. I've got something else I'm working on is actually a video I downloaded, I think it was about 6 months ago now, but I don't know how to share it with you without getting struck. So I'm going to have to chop it up, I think, and do a commentary in between. But it's definitely worth sharing. It's brilliant. I think it's fantastic the way it shows up the lies that we're being peddled. So I'll hopefully get that up in the next couple of days if I can work out how to do it. But yeah, leaving it there for now. Thank you.